You did.
Probably didn't finish reading it.
Or maybe you didn't want to sign.
You all ready? Good. Call the Barnside Select Board meeting to order at 6:03. And the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Letter G under action items, that's a typo. That letter of hire is not supposed to be on that agenda, just so everyone knows. Everybody see payroll manifest?
Yeah. Yep.
Minutes from last week?
Yep.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of May 5th.
Have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
First issue tax warrant. Everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Yep.
Everybody see the Civic Plus, which
Yep.
is our website agreement?
Yep.
There a motion for
Make a motion for the chair to sign the Civic Plus website agreement.
your second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
There was one engineered agreement, and there was North Point. We never made a decision. They actually reached out to the town last week just to follow up, see where we were at. So
Didn't we say something about we're gonna use them both?
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
which we can use them both.
We can.
So
So yeah,
requirements and everything.
yeah, let's do that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So you want
sure. Keep.
to sign both of them from North Point and Du Bois.
Do they have a problem with that? By any chance?
No.
I mean, we can split it up too, so you don't overload one engineer either. So,
Okay.
if need be, because we do have some projects that we do need to start. So I have a motion for the chair to sign the engineer agreements.
I'll make a motion for the chair to sign the engineering agreement.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We had one yield tax levy.
What's the name of the other one? Du Bois, right?
Du Bois.
Du Bois.
King.
Yeah.
Okay. Al, I'll call you early. Yes. I know you like to get in and out.
I came before the board actually 4 months ago, asking the board if they would consider the 48-hour rule. The 52-hour rule was put in place years and years ago when Rusty Krause was the chief, and it was mandated that firefighters have 4 hours of training every week. That mandate, that's when everybody lives close in town, everybody should come down. We have 3 or 4 members that live almost an hour away. So trying to mandate people and telling them they have to come doesn't work. So they have the option to train with Pittsfield every other Monday night. They have taken up that option but they're doing it on Zoom. So basically we're looking at maybe reducing overtime starting at 48 hours instead of 52-hour rule.
Did we budget for that?
Did I budget for it?
Yeah.
Now, Karen budgeted 50 hours per week on the salary line. So did I budget for 48? No, because this is something that we already talking about when I did my budget back in August.
So would that increase your
It
overtime line item?
It would increase the salary line item. Now I'm at 72%. Usually I've already gone through a third of the year. So I'm 6% above where it should be on that line. On the part-time line, I'm 72% above. I'm at 72, where usually it should be like 64 right now. We're already a week into May. And also the call firefighter line, we're at 77%. So money-wise, if you combine all three lines, and Karen does budget for 50 hours.
So maybe you could educate me on the benefits of 48 as opposed to 50 or 54, whatever it is.
It was 52.
52. I mean, what's the benefit? Why do you want to make the change?
It'd be a benefit to the firefighters. Instead of them working 52 hours, then getting overtime, they'd work what they basically signed up for 48 hours. And then anything over 48, they get overtime. Very few departments now have that 2 or 3 hours. Most of them right now have the 48 hours. Is there a benefit to us?
Yeah.
I would say there's really, I'll be honest with you.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why it's coming up now and why
It's
it
something
wants to
that
be
they-
changed now.
It's something that they were gonna bring up if they ever had negotiations with you guys, with the union, just like the vacation buyback. That, those were a bunch of things they were gonna bring up at the time, and, we know what happened with the union, that's fine. But it's something they asked me to come forward and bring up, and I said, sure, whatever you guys, I'll represent you guys, and I'll talk to the selectmen, and they can make a decision, but.
So what kind of impact does that have on your scheduling? Is that going to
It
change
doesn't
it a
have
lot?
any impact on the schedule. All it does is has a financial impact on anytime they work more than their regular scheduled 48 hours, they start to accumulate overtime.
Okay, so there's a good chance that they'll start getting more overtime than
A little bit more, yeah.
they normally would.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, the big scheme of things, it's not going to add up to that much because you're talking 4 hours. It's a 4 hour
Yeah.
difference, and the guys that are already getting overtime.
But what
Yeah,
happens
already.
if we lose staff?
Might lose staff if we don't do it, seeing almost everybody else does it. But if we lose staff, I mean, we're pretty full now.
No, we're full now, and we're actually ahead of the ball right now.
Yeah.
Our sixth position, even though it's a group one position. I mean, she's basically, instead of 16 overtime shifts a week, I think they're only 4. I mean, 16 overtime shifts a month, we're down to 4 overtime shifts. But we're not saving all that money because we still have to pay her salary.
Yeah.
But it's still, we've cut the overtime. We've made a huge progress in cutting the overtime right there. So, and Paul is right. Financially, did I budget for it? Back in August, September, when we came up with the budget, it was on the back of our minds. We knew Karen budgeted for 50 hours a week for everybody. So it's kind of a 2-hour difference when you think about it. So
But I mean, we've hired some part timers and some call members for you to help out too.
we also have like Matt Fergie that's just working for straight time. He's working at least 14 to 24 hours a week now for us, which has really helped us out. Yeah. So we've got 3 or 4 new part timers or call people that helped out quite a bit, and we've been really keeping an eye on. I've been keeping an eye on every single member, especially the maintenance line, because we're very close. I mean, we had a bunch of stuff that we never even imagined on the maintenance line, but everything else is keeping pretty tight. So whoever comes in has a pretty well balanced budget at the gate. They're not in a deficit at all.
There's not going, you wouldn't expect us to, you wouldn't be faced with a lot of overtime with this. I mean, it's just, you got enough people now where.
Right, yeah. There was actually not a complaint, but there was concern that, one of the couple guys, wish we only had 5 people so they could have a little more overtime. I said, but we're not here. Our job is not here to provide overtime for you.
Yeah.
Your job is to come to work 48 hours. And if you get overtime, that's kind of a benefit. That's not part of your job.
So it is basically an asset to them, our personnel, because they know that most other people get this, and it's something else for them.
Yeah.
A benefit is what I meant to say.
Yes, exactly. It's a benefit. I will say that. I will not deny that. It is a benefit.
Karen, remind me again what BD is. There's say 40. So how do you feel, even with a new chief? Do you think it'd be fine budgeting wise?
I think it'll be fine. I want to make sure going into the new era here that he has a secure budget. That's why we really get keeping tight tabs on everything we're spending. Because I don't want him to come into a budget where it's already a deficit. I mean, even getting a new chief, it's gonna be an extra 15,000, 20,000 for new uniforms, turnout gear, everything he wants, he's gonna be an extra on top of that. He's gonna have to find it someplace in his budget. They wanna make sure. I mean, if you guys look at our budget, you can see where we are. We're doing very, very well in all our operating lines, except for maintenance. That's the only line.
You guys usually do pretty well.
Yeah.
Budget-wise.
Yeah.
And we don't see any big expenditures coming up at all. Nothing big. Next year, maybe?
So how does the board feel? Jason, any input?
That equates to what? They'd get like two hours of extra pay.
I mean, really, it's what it.
Yeah.
So
To me, it makes
Well,
Makes sense to
no. They start earning overtime at 48 instead of 52.
Right.
So if they work,
which is 4 hours, which equals 2 hours of regular pay.
right.
Yeah.
right,
If they work 52 hours.
Jason-
so-
if they work 52, but if they work more than 52, then it's more than that, correct?
No,
No.
they start at overtime.
Yeah, they get
They get
overtime now
overtime
anyway.
too.
So it's 2 hours difference.
I'm not opposed to the switch. I'm opposed to switching in the middle of the budget season. And with things going to be, we're going to be getting a new chief. We're fully staffed now, and it's great. I think we have a great staff. But if you end up losing 2 or 3 people, and people start working, having to work a lot more overtime, it can affect the budget. And that's my only concern, is doing it in the middle of the budget season.
I mean, you're right. It can affect the budget. And they've had their overtime budget blown right out of the water.
Yeah, yes.
They've
I
never-
remember those days. That's exactly what I'm
Oh, yeah,
thinking about.
we blow the overtime budget probably triple what we had. Right now, we're doing pretty well. We're doing very well. Even over a third of the year gone by.
But fire's never overspent their budget either.
No, we've never overspent our budget. Actually,
That's
I
fair.
think every year we've given money back. So, Bill and I were very conscious about the budget. It was something we met on. Every Monday we look at the sheet and go over every item line and scrutinize everything that was spent. Do we need that? Yes. Do we really need it? Yes, no, yes, we do. So we've always been like that.
My thought is that for the last couple of years we've been pounding on reduce the overtime, and this seems like a step that's not going to reduce the overtime. It might be better work conditions or better for the workers. So my interest is getting the overtime down. But a lot of that was related to only one person doing overtime, or 2. That's really where most of that problem came in.
And even now, Matt Richter doesn't take overtime. I think for the month of May and June, he's only got 1 or 2 shifts. Kyle's got 1 or 2 shifts. Danny's got about 3 shifts. And Jamie is got 1 shift. So there really isn't a lot of overtime left. And they'll have to work it 48 hours. So, and that doesn't count if they take vacation day or sick day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've tried to build this staff up for a long time, as long as I've been here anyways. And I agree with Paul that we have a good staff and good people, and we're full right this minute. Things can change, but you've got some backup people, and we still have people trying to get in.
Yeah.
I think we're in a good place from what I hear, the number of places that do this, give this benefit to their firefighters. Somebody new coming in probably has dealt with this and is accustomed to it. And I think it's a pretty small benefit to give to what they do over there. So,
I mean, I've heard about this for years.
yeah,
They've always asked the question.
yeah.
So
And I'll be very honest, these guys are really good about, there's no abuse of sick leave over there. They're good.
Yeah,
They're a good group of guys over
they're
there.
professionals.
The new chief is gonna have a good group of guys to start. Hopefully they all stay around, and hopefully, one person gets their seat back, and they'll have all 2 people.
And that's a point, like we said, this is a benefit, I don't want.
Right.
It's a basically pretty cheap on the way things have been done.
Yeah.
To please them, they're looking for something that
They're looking for, right.
most
Right.
get.
So is there a motion? What do you want to do?
Make a motion. Is it 48 hours?
Reduce motion to make reduction from 52 to 48. Anything after 48 would be.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 That's it. Anything else?
Okay. Second thing. Will Bartels approached me the other day. Will kind of stepped down as O2, and he'd like to know if he feels that he'd like to go back into that position as EMS chief again, and if he feels that there should be somebody connected to the community up in that area. And I think after a month of realizing that he probably should have made a different decision, he'd like to know. He's still in the call force. He's just like his rank back as O2 and taking care of all the EMS stuff, because he's got 3 projects going right now, and nobody else knows what's going on except for him. So
That should be a non-public then.
okay.
What?
And with Will,
Yeah,
obviously, but yeah.
What?
Bring
Yeah.
Will in.
we're gonna have to talk to Will.
He's at the ball game right now. He
Yeah,
actually can speak for this point. Yeah,
I appreciate that.
no problem.
We'll have to look at it every time.
If you could, yeah. He came in yesterday and asked me. Yep. Let me see to it. Yeah. The other thing is, a couple of the members from the association asked me if I would present myself to the board here, and they would like to take the old utility and make it into a forestry truck.
No,
I said the board can make that decision, not me.
my answer no.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
I don't know what the rest of the board is, but that's my answer. Like,
I'm taking notes as well.
And
That was
why,
my answer too.
why is that? No.
We need a forestry truck.
how many vehicles do we need over there at fire?
We have a brand new forestry truck sitting in the garage.
We do, but do you really want to beat that one through the woods?
We also have the side by side that the forestry.
I'd like to see it run once in a while.
So I was part of some of those discussions, and the forestry truck, the real forestry truck, is a fantastic truck, but it is big, it's new, it's expensive, and the fire department's always had, I don't want to call it a beater pickup, but something that if it scraped branches or whatever, wasn't the end of the world to get personnel and equipment into the woods.
Don't we have
That truck,
4-wheelers and
Yeah.
stuff like that too?
we
Side
we
by
do have the
side?
side by side, and it's good, but this pickup could also tow that side by side, so you could bring that package up, which could free the forestry up to be a second engine. We only have one engine right now, so it could be a backup engine. It's got water, a good pump, foam.
So I see this as the utility truck was so bad that we had to get a new one, but yet here we are. We want to keep the utility truck and not get rid of it.
Now,
So
in all
this is-
fairness, I
This
don't
is
know.
what I'm hearing right now.
I don't know what the status of the truck is mechanically. I've heard the bed's bad and the cap is bad. And
Yeah.
typically forestry trucks like that would have a flatbed on it. So,
I knew you were going to say that.
I mean, we had talked somewhat about it going to highway. So if it's still going to be used in town, it must still be serviceable.
So, when I did have a good discussion with Sarah on that, she doesn't want it up there. She'd rather just go bye bye. So,
Why, so she can run the brand new ones around? beat
You're gonna-
them up, and
You're gonna have 4 trucks, and you're gonna be in the same boat as to how many vehicles do you want to be maintaining? And
you're
you're gonna
taking
take
6-wheelers up.
you're gonna take a problem truck from one department, put a problem truck in another department, and you're gonna keep increasing your maintenance budget. All it's gonna do is flip from one department to the next. So you're trying to reduce maintenance, but might as well just sell the truck and get some money for it. So
I mean, I see both points, I see Jason's point.
I
I
mean,
look at it as a maintenance headache for myself. That's why I look at it.
Yep.
Jason's point, make it into a brush truck. That other brush truck way too big.
right.
I mean, we've gotten stuck in fields, we've gotten stuck, it's way too big. But that's not, the issue is this truck right here. You guys gotta make a decision.
So, does
We don't have to
the
make it.
association wants that, are they going to maintain it and upkeep it and all that? Fit it?
That I can't speak for the association.
It was just brought up by a couple of association members.
Yep.
That's all. I mean, they just brought it up, they asked me to bring it,
Well, we're,
and I'm representing them, and I'm just bringing it up before the board.
I mean, if they buy it and maintain it and register
Yeah.
it their own, so it's not a town vehicle, that's a totally different story. But
That is.
so
I mean, we paid a lot of money for that ladder truck to the association, right?
No comment.
right. So
You know, I don't want to pay for another truck to the association.
ultimately, I think the board needs to get some more information and think about it, have some more discussions too, and meet with somebody from the association.
Well,
You want it right here?
what is wrong with that truck
So
mechanically?
right now, the tailpipe's broken. And something's wrong with the front end steering a little bit, Kyle said. I mean, we're still using it, but I'm not a mechanic. I know I turned the key and drive, I filled up with gas last week. There's only 2 illicit gas cards. So I usually come in on Mondays, make sure it's filled up. I took it for a ride, drove fine for me, but I can drive anything.
Right?
Well, it's filled up right now. It's worth $1,200.
I know Kyle had mentioned something about rust
Rush?
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Something
bed's
with
fresh.
frame.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, put an aluminum flatbed on it, put a skid in the back, it dies up there.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's our option to do with it? Sarah doesn't want it, right?
Sell it.
I can't believe Sarah doesn't want it, to be
What's
honest.
that?
Auction is off.
It's probably just one more headache, Rick. That's probably why.
Well, that's the thing. It's another headache up there.
I can't personally accept it. With my maintenance budget right now, if something goes wrong, I'll spend $2,000 or $3,000. I'll have more money, so that's not fiscally responsible. So I agree with Jason, yes, as a chief saying, I have to keep it within my budget, I can't.
So are you saying the association will take it or wants it?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
I said it was suggested it would make a good forestry truck.
oh, okay.
That's what I say. We should meet with probably the president of the association
See if they want it.
or whoever they want to send in their voice.
Can we take the other forestry truck down and like trade it in for something that we can actually use?
It's a purchase on a grant. 20 years. We're gonna keep that one for 20 years.
But it's not a bad truck,
20 years from now. It's not.
It's not a bad truck because it's all-wheel drive. It's short. I mean,
What do you do?
it'll get places in the winter that some of the other trucks would have a harder time getting.
It's just we don't drive it all the time. That's the
No, we don't.
That's the
But
big issue.
During the winters, when we have the big storms, we bring it over.
Yep.
Because it's 4-wheel drive, and we have a big storm, that will go through anything. And it's got some high clearance.
Yep.
that one,
We
yeah.
use it. It's not a bad thing we don't use stuff. Because somebody's house has been burned down, or somebody's field's not burned, so it's not a bad thing. When we don't.
Yeah, you know what happens when stuff just sits.
We take it out, everything gets driven around, but the price of gas, we try not to drive around too much.
Right.
Is that a gas truck?
Pardon me?
That's a gas truck?
Oh, I mean.
Oh, okay.
It's even worse. The license plates.
Jason's taking care of that tomorrow.
No,
No.
you're talking about the fire department plates.
Fire department plates. Are you gonna do it?
For
Didn't you already make the appointment to go down for highway?
for the new truck?
That's not for fire
No,
department plates.
Take out all the
Hold on.
plates.
We got two different subjects going on.
No.
Yeah,
Take
we
them
do.
all over?
So, about a year ago, the state of New Hampshire came out with like the PD plate,
Oh,
our number's 104.
Yep.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. The fire department finally get the same designation on their plates, but they're red.
Yep.
So a lot of fire departments are all going with their $8 a plate.
plus a $15 annual fee per vehicle.
All I know is I need to bring $8 per plate. That's all I need. So
If you want
the
to
new
do that.
lieutenant has been wanting to do this for over a year.
So why do we need to do that? What's wrong with the plates that are currently on the vehicle?
There's nothing wrong with this currently on it. It's just
So
fire department plates.
I mean, I see that as a want, not a need. And we just allowed you to do overtime at 48 hours, which you're going to hit your budget now. So
Nobody's even gonna see the plate. They mostly see these green trucks going down the road.
with flashing lights. So I mean, there's the annual fee that is attached
Does
to
the
that.
fee pay that same fee? Why don't they pay it?
I don't know when those
They have
are.
they're the same plates.
I know, but when you looked it up there and said it was
$15 a year.
For fire? And not for PE?
I didn't look up people, but I
I think
believe
it's
it's
the
just
same
like
thing.
government, as a government plate, it's permanent.
Yeah, it's a permanent plate.
So it's $15 a year per vehicle forever.
We can check with, the town clerk to make
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I don't remember paying an annual fee for it.
For people.
I don't think we did.
No,
It wouldn't be so much if you guys didn't have so many vehicles.
All right, somebody just let me know because I have all the registrations.
And so, because Jason's going to transfer the old utility truck plates to the new utility truck.
Okay.
But that'll be the regular permit plate.
Okay.
On that one. So, were those registrations already done with the new plate? The new type of plate?
Yeah, these are all ready to go. I just need to go down there with the check for $64.
So those all need to be undone just like last week. Because none of that was cleared with us beforehand.
Okay.
So all of those have to go.
Oh, no, this hasn't been done yet.
Oh.
No.
I was going to say, I'm
No. This hasn't been done yet.
perfect.
Here are the registration, need the original registration
To put the new plates, those new style ones.
to get the new fire department plate in. Yes.
Okay.
Now, what about if the $15 fee isn't yearly? Can we get the plate for $8 piece?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's not yearly, then that's the board can talk about that, yeah. But that's within your budget.
Yeah, I mean $64 is within my budget. Okay, so if it's not the $15 fee, it's only $8 a plate. I have the authorization to get 2 plates.
Come back with us. Come back to us. We'll double check and make sure everything's 100% before we make that decision. So,
Okay. Anything else?
no, that was it. Unless you have anything else for us?
No, I'm good. Okay, we're good with the 48?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief.
Thanks,
Thank
Chief.
you.
Good going. Okay. Mr. Easter. Come on up.
All yours.
No, yeah. Got 15 minutes.
I think it's the easiest thing and probably the best thing. You just go with it. Go through it. I can give you a quick 5-minute overview if you want to help explain it, but maybe that's what I should do. The whole concept that we're presenting to the dam bureau is taking an old concept of using high pressure to get the water to the turbines and changing it to high flow. And what that means is we put a box on top of the dam. That's the simplest approach. And we fill that box with the water coming out of the whole face of the dam. And now we have quite a bit or a large mass of water heading to 2 turbines, one on each end of the box. And that has a standpipe or what they call a pinstrap that feeds the water down to the turbines, 20-foot drop. The turbines, you won't hear the turbines because they're in an underwater blockhouse. But get some benefits with this because number one, we don't have a lot of expense for building the penstock. Penstock is just a tunnel going somewhere in the impoundment where they put the water in it. It's at a higher pressure. The problem with the older dams is that those penstocks fail. They fall, they collapse, or whatever, and now you've got a lot of money to replace that. So that's why there are a lot of small dams that are hydros that are not worth anything because they collapse. So the benefit of this is number one, it runs all year. Number two, we only use it to make power when the power cost is high. And it's the highest price between 3 and 6. So we run the generators from 3 to 6, and now you've got over 12 hours for them to replenish. Certainly 10 hours by 7 o'clock the next morning for the lake to refill. And we're only dropping the lake 5 inches. And that's hot from 3 to 6. You're not going to notice 5 inches. And, on a hot summer day, you can lose an inch over the whole 700 acres to evaporation. But we have a benefit, 2 things that I didn't put on the previous information I sent you. And the benefit is that we've got to clear this high amount of stone. We've got 22,200 pounds, 2,000 tons of washed gravel in the outlet channel from Suncook Lake. That runs 25 cents a ton. And that's going to amount to about $500,000 that we can give the state for the benefit of bumping the freight across and getting it done. But what is the other thing that we need to do is to get rid of that because that creates a 15% penalty on the head because of the turbulence that picks up the water going into the turbine. But the other issue that we have is the Narrows Bridge. That only handles half of the water flow, and because of its width and its height. And so we can have the state use $150,000 of the harvest stone that they were able to get and use that to pay for a new bridge. And what's really nice about that is it's not tax dollars that are building the bridge. So sure, it's a potential liability for the town, but we get it done without us having to spend a tax dollar. So it's got a lot of benefits. It brings in non-tax revenue to the town. 350 people, houses around the lake, Suncook Lake, will get a benefit directly because that's the way it's mandated from the state. 1/3 of the power has to go to the local area. But that is not covered. That the 1/3 still has excess. So that'll also cover the school power, the town hall power, and we may get as much as 100,000, 125,000 that can go into the general fund. So that would be an annual income that would help spread the tax benefit to all the people in the town. So it's becoming a potentially great source of non-tax revenue for the town. And behind all that, I'm not saying this for the dam bureau, but behind all that is that the water going across Suncook Lake Dam has to go across the Barnstead Parade. So if we're smart, we have the ability now with the Suncook Lake Dam, that impoundment, because we have flat gates on it, and they're all electronic controlled, they can be used as a storm modifier. So you get a 1 in 1,000 storm coming in, and we're not going to diffuse that issue. I've looked into that. But anyway, the Suncook Lake, 700 acres, stores 220 28 million gallons per foot. So if we have a major storm, 13-inch storm coming at us, they can drop that 2 feet. It'll refill over during the storm for the next 24 hours. But what's impressive is that it prevents that whole amount of water going downstream. So you basically have a saving situation to prevent a catastrophe until, and because what? They're not going to be able to do the Barstead Parade Dam and the Pittsfield Dam for quite a while. But it takes that factor of rush and panic off, because now it gives you some time to do that. So that's a benefit. And the way I started this whole thing is that we need to have some control to protect the Barstead Parade Dam. And I was talking originally Chris gates, but then I started thinking about the hydrant, and I said, my goodness, man, it's cheaper to use flap gates on the box. Flap gates on the side, they're filled at. And we use fly ash in the concrete, they get it down to 1 inch, and it's really something. It's a nice, it takes the place of a very lightweight aggregate, and it prevents microfiches in the concrete. It reduces the weight to 110 per cubic yard versus 150. And it provides a stabilizing benefit that heavy concrete can't do, because it's lighter than water. So you get some buoyant force from it. So now it adds stability to the dam, and now we have possibly can get a $5 million grant, or the state can use a $5 million grant because it's stabilizing the dam. We're making the dam a lot more stable than right now.
So that grant has to come through the town?
Pardon?
That grant has to come through the town?
I don't
do
know. I didn't look at that at all. I
Or is that
saw it
something-
and I said, okay, I didn't investigate that at all.
And if we do,
I'll find out. We've got a meeting with the dam bureau on the 28th at 1 o'clock. And I've got all the people, we've been carrying on the conversation here for a while. And I said, this is just off my head. It's a wish. I mean, you guys have to make it reality. And I got to get you guys to buy into it. And my purpose is if you have any issues, let's figure it out. That's what I do. And so anyway, that's the overview. But I think it's really a tremendous benefit for the town. And it's not often that you have the capability of having 700 acres that you can impound and get power out of. And using it for 6 hours a day. The interesting thing is we have 2 generators. Now we can run power all year round, because as the power starts to drop because of the inflow, we shut down 1 generator and we still maintain high peak efficiencies of 1 generator after the flow. So
is this something that you could do at the parade dam instead, or is that doesn't work the same way?
I think that from what Charlie has told me, they really haven't gotten into the parade dam. They're really nervous about, and they're really concerned about the Pittsfield Dam, because there is potential for loss of life if that fails, and that dam is not in shape. So they really trying to figure out what they can do with the Pittsfield Dam, I think, before they get into the parade dam.
And if we do the hydro on the Suncook Dam, then they don't have to do the original dam work that
I don't know.
they're planning?
I'm just saying that if we have the hydro at Suncook Lake, we have, more importantly, we have control of the lever electronically.
Yeah.
So now they don't have the flash gate issue, flash gate issues or the flashboard issues of having people out there 10 days before to take them down. They can do it very, very quickly. And let me shut that off. I thought I had this off. So I think that's the direction that the state has to go, is to have electronic control of all the major dams, because that's what California did, and they just really nailed it when the atmospheric rivers, they had less than 1% variation of all the water. And you just can't get any better than that. So by turning the press gates, not using press gates, using flat gates on a tub, if you will, it's called a receiver, that now you've got control of your water. So anyway, I just wanted to update you. I've got a meeting the 28th. I'll probably have more information. See if they like the idea, if they can make it work. A lot of it uses on downstream, but when I first started, I said, let's see what the total flow is. I had 1,840 cubic feet per second coming out.
Yeah,
That's way too much.
that doesn't surprise me.
About 700 CFS doesn't cause any erosion or anything downstream.
Right.
So I was gonna say, yeah, after you meet with the dam bureau there on the 28th, we'll have to touch base
Okay,
and
see where we are.
see where we are
Yeah.
with that.
Well, what's the pressure is to get them started on the idea a year before.
Mm.
It's going to take a while. Always does with people in the government.
Yep, sure does.
Yeah, and how much we can expand the benefits to further than just the people on the lake,
Oh well,
you know?
indeed. The benefits are in three parts. You get the benefits of the people immediate, because that's the state.
Right.
Then we can now go with the major expenses in the town that are public, which is school, town hall, fire department, whatever.
Okay.
And then, and I think we'll have another 100,000 left over, we could go into the general fund. So everybody in the town will get a benefit in the general fund. It just reduces the total taxes that you need to raise at the town meeting. So I think what's really cool, Rich, is that if the dam bureau likes that idea, then there's a potential that we can also repeat hydropower in the Barnstead parade day, because it's the same one. I'm not going to really get into that because I don't want to get them off track. We've got to stay focused. But there's a lot of benefits to doing that. Number one, and what's really cool is, okay, you got 120 houses around the river instead of 350 on the lake. So you're going to have a lot of money left over. So the town really has a non-tax revenue source that'll last for at least 50 years and maybe 100, because these generators are good for 50 years. And what's really cool is it generates the income to pay for the maintenance.
Right.
So we could really have a great windfall if we can get it through the lake. And that demonstration is going to be critical. If it really works great for the Suncook Lake, then I think we've got everything pointing in the right direction to get the parade also. Because the Suncook Lake is 700 acres and 40 acres in the river. So just slow the flow down, run for the water tide, and have the hydro at the parade run longer.
Well, let us know after the
Plenty
28th.
of water to keep
Yeah.
it full.
So let us know after the 28th
Yep.
when you meet with them
Yep.
how they
It'll be
respond
interesting.
to it.
We got all the players. They're taking it seriously, which I was pleased to see.
Good.
They weren't just saying, "Oh, we can't do that." No, they were willing to look at the technology. I've thrown some numbers at them. I've done a lot of math. I've got the numbers for them and what it takes, what it's going to take. But I think that's got them on board. It's just not a wish. I've got numbers to back what I'm saying.
Well, good. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Ed.
Okay.
Thank you, Ed.
Take care.
Thank you.
Oh, I left that's the latest and greatest until I left it.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And that discusses everything I went into more detail and everything I talked about.
Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
Take care.
Everybody see the Memorial Day parade?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. When was it?
Oh, the letter.
Oh, yeah.
About the police detail, all that. It's gonna be the sheriff's. Did everybody see the biannual generator reports?
Yep.
Fire chief's position, the oral board committee there, everybody's already submitted their recommendations in, so that'll be under the way. Highway supervisor Ed, you had that on there, Karen.
Yes.
That's just for the,
Just two for the person that you
the supervisor Ed.
continue or remove it.
No, that's not who we're meeting with tonight, is it?
No,
Oh,
not
not
the
supervisor.
supervisor.
No, I'm sorry. It's just that the deadline was today. I think we have possibly 6 applications, so you'll have to decide when you want to review that and how you want to move forward. Yes.
Yeah, we can look at them. We can look at them. We need to concentrate on workers up there for the moment. But
Well, we should look at the ones we have since we advertised for it.
that's what I just said. We look at these, but I said we need to concentrate on workers up there. So if none of these, we don't want to hire any of these, then we're not going to hire them. So, did everybody see the estimate for the glass from the roller and that get vandalized?
Yep.
So we still got to wait to hear back from the insurance company.
I was gonna say, we still have to wait on the insurance company.
Yep.
Did we ever hear back from the insurance company on the garage doors up there as well?
Well, we did, but Fab was going to look at that.
Right, we did.
We never-
Yeah.
Is there a claim in for that?
Well,
Currently?
we got the appraisal figure and then we asked Fab because the appraiser said there could be more damage.
Mhm.
And we thought we'd have Fab look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't
think everybody knows.
believe he's given us a report on it. I know he was looking at
So we should get that done,
it.
I would say.
That would be covered.
Okay. I'll open public input at 6:50. Anybody? Public input? Nothing, Wayne? Not even Frank?
I don't feel like talking about it now. We ruined it.
We'll bank your time for next week.
Another 15 minutes.
Yeah, I just would like to, I think the board made a correct decision, we have to lead over time, changing that to the supervisor. My feeling always, if we treat our employees well, then we don't need to.
Thank you, Wayne. Nobody?
I'll do
Oh,
Sam Keeney, South Barset Road. Something I was just going to mention to the board. I know you guys have your hands full. I know it's like a lot of things all going on at once. But I was just going to mention the master plan that gets done every 10 years and then probably gets put in a filing box and gets pulled out 10 years later and look at it. I was going to encourage you guys, and I think there's probably people in town willing to help out with this too, but to maybe keep that in front of you guys and look at and say, okay, what are the things that the community said, these are areas we want change or things we want to be addressed, and kind of keep that at the forefront and things you could work on. Whether, I'm not saying all those things have to be budgeted, because not all of them are budget items, but some of the specific things that I know came out of that, they were like very much a high percentage of respondents that were focused on specific things. I think that would benefit, obviously, if the town's saying this is something we want to see change, for the select board to encourage that. I'm not saying you guys have to do it yourselves, but delegate that out to somebody else to help with those specific things. But that was my comment. You know,
Is there some on your mind that you that brings this topic up, or
No,
is it
not-
just?
no, not specifically.
Okay, all right.
No, not specifically. I mean, I looked at it and I saw a couple of the key things. I think what surprised me was some of those things. There was a lot of who are kind of all saying the same thing,
Mhm.
right? So it's like, okay, well, if there's that many, the majority of the town is saying this is a specific thing they're not happy about or they want to address. And I know, we can all complain about the roads and at the same time complain our taxes. You're going, well, like I get that, right? But I think looking at those things, there's some other things on there. I'm just saying as a board, just to encourage it, because I know what it is. We did it, we're done, and then you don't look at it. And then 10 years go by, and you're like, oh yeah, it's the same thing as the last 10 years, right. It was the same thing. So just a comment, something to,
And something to keep in mind with that is, don't quote me on the number, but I want to say it was less than 200 people that submitted that master plan survey.
Yeah.
But there was over 900 people that clicked on it.
Yeah.
So, out of over 5,000 residents.
Yeah, I know. It's frustrating that people aren't more engaged.
So,
I know in my interactions with people, I don't know that it's every community, but it does seem like people in town, there's a sense of what difference it's going to make.
right.
That kind of seems to be the trend in Barnstead, based on my experiences in other towns. Just kind of people like they're just apathetic to wanting to be involved. They're like, well, it's not going to make a difference. So, but anyways, so I mentioned that.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks.
No one else? Post public input at 6:54. Anything else, Karen? Anything else from the board?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Make a motion, we go into non-public under RSA 91-A, goal 3, 2B. Have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.